28-inch knitting board with extenders is just an extremely flexible loom because you can do so many things. You've got a 28-inch knitting board, or you can change it over to do single knit, both in the round and flat panels, and you can also do your weaving. Now the board actually is constructed of solid hardwood with plastic grooved pegs. You've got 64 pegs on each board. So when you're doing double knit, like it's set up right now, you will have 64 double stitches. Remember, in double knit, you have 2 pegs to each stitch, the front and the back. And you're weaving back and forth across the board so that you're going across the opening in the center. Your spacer is adjustable and has 3 settings. You have the 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, and the 3 centimeters. How you set that into your knitting board creates the size of your stitch, and that determines how wide your piece is going to be and how large the stitches are going to be. So you can create a piece of double knit up to about 30 inches wide using all of the pegs on your knitting board. Now let's say you're ready to do something in single knit. I'm simply going to remove the spacers and the smaller bolts and replace them with my peg extenders. Now your peg extender still has the 7/16 spacing between your pegs, just like your loom. It has the bolts that coming out of the end, and that way you're going to be just able to just insert that instead of your little spacers. Where you put your peg extender depends on how large of a rectangle you want to work in. Because you have different drillings down the board, you have choices in where you put that extender. Then you just tighten it up with your same wing nuts, and then you can work in single knit. Now you might want to do a circular piece where you're working all around the loom, whether a large square or a smaller piece. But if you want to make something like our single knit blanket here, you will want to work in a flat panel. That means you start on a beginning peg, work all around your loom, come to that peg but don't connect, and then go back the other way, working back and forth until that panel just keeps growing. So that's how you're going to work in your single knit, whether you're doing it circular or whether you're doing it a flat panel. But let's say you're ready to do some weaving. Same configuration as your single knit loom. You have pegs on all 4 sides. That gives you the ability to make a nice tight weave in both directions. These weaving panels are wonderful for making bags, placemats, home decor, pillow covers, and so much more. It's just a real flexible loom.